I really like shinies, and since I started regularly playing Pokemon over a decade ago, I've put a lot of time into hunting for them. With shinies being pretty easy to find in Legends Arceus, made me wonder how many I can find in just 24 hours. So, I put it to the test, but I wanted to up the stakes a little bit. I haven't put much time into shiny hunting on these games, and I'm yet to find a shiny alpha. So I decided that if I can't find a shiny alpha Pokemon in these 24 hours, I'll release every other shiny I find. After outlining my terrifying consequences and putting on a fresh new outfit, I got hunting. I decided to start off with some regular outbreaks, as well as some massive mass outbreaks, and after only 10 minutes, I found and caught a shiny Sliggoo. And not long after that, I found a wild shiny Clefairy. With 2 shinies in just under 30 minutes, my luck was high, and to my surprise it stayed that way. A shiny Starly was my next find, and within just 30 seconds of that catch, it was joined by a shiny Zubat. But with 4 shinies in just 2 hours, I decided it was time to try my luck and get alpha hunting. I flew a route where I'd encounter alpha variants of Electivire, Luxray, Rhyperior, Probopass, Gliscor, Bronzong, and Carnivine, with the hopes of randomly finding a wild shiny alpha, or at least a normal shiny. I did this for about 2 hours, and my findings were nothing. 2 hours of flying, running, and then more flying led to no shinies, so I got bored and started a new method. If you wipe out an outbreak in the location that an alpha Pokemon usually spawns, save your game and then reset, a unique alpha will spawn after every reset that has a chance of being shiny. So I decided to try this out with Rhyperior. The method was pretty easy to do, but it didn't have the best odds, so it was fairly lengthy. 6 hours later, after resetting over and over and over again, it finally paid off with nothing again. All I found was a Rhyperior who wanted me to tell you that only 0.5% of people who watch these videos are subscribed. But I had no idea what he was talking about, so I got back to the outbreaks in hopes of getting my luck back. And that's exactly what happened. So after catching my twin shiny Spiritombs and 6 other shinies, my luck had been really good. 12 shinies in just over 13 hours, but there was still one problem. I didn't have an alpha yet. I decided the best thing to do was to go back to some alpha routes. Not long after I found a shiny Gligar, and then another shiny Gligar. But after using up all my shiny luck on Gligars, I found another shiny Gligar in the exact same spot. Hunting for a random shiny alpha wasn't working for me, or at least not how I intended, so I switched it up again. I tried a method I'd never used before, the alpha manipulation method, which had pretty good odds. 25 permutations later, my luck had been as stinky as the skuntanks I was hunting for, and it was looking bleak. 20 hours in, I still didn't have an alpha, and it was looking like I'd have to release the 18 shiny Pokemon I had found so far. Until it hit me. There was one Pokemon that I had absurd luck with that I could also find as an alpha. So, I ran the gauntlet. I decided I was going to spend my last 4 hours resetting for an alpha Gligar, and it felt like my last hope. But only 2 hours later, I had finally done it. I was so excited that I froze, but what I did know was that my Pokemon were safe. I caught my Gligar, and after running some alpha routes for 2 hours with no shiny catches, my 24 hours were up. But first, there was one more thing to do. After catching a small family of shiny Gligars, and some other really cool catches, the challenge was over. 19 shinies in 24 hours was a crazy good return, and finishing it off with an alpha shiny Gliscor made it even better. So how good was my luck? I found the most shinies in the Coronet Highlands, which makes sense considering I flew my alpha routes there, and I found 5 in the Fieldlands and 4 in the Mirelands, and weirdly none in both the Icelands and Coastlands. I found 19 shiny Pokemon in 24 hours, which includes an insane 18 regular shinies and 17 hours of hunting, over 1 shiny an hour. It took me 7 hours of alpha hunting to finally find a shiny, but it was well worth the wait. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, any support is greatly appreciated, and the support on my last video was crazy. I'm really excited for what's to come on the channel, especially with the release of Scarlet and Violet in just a couple of days, and I'll be making a ton of content for it. See you then.